Hello, it's me again, Madam Jennifer from Educare Media. Welcome, my lovely Form 2 students in a biology session. And in our today's session, we are proceeding with the solving of the biology Necta question for the year 2018. Welcome. Our question now is question number 5 for the year 2018. And the question states that Roman A, state the meaning of the following terms as used in the biology. State the meaning of the following terms as used in the biology. So the first one is a cell, second one is system, third one is organ. And the question number 5, Roman B, you are needed to draw a large diagram of an animal cell and label two parts. My lovely Form 2 students, before we answer the question, I would like to give you a small hint which can help you to answer every question. Before you answer any question, please keep your eyes on the instruction of the question. Is now or is when you can give a correct response. You can have a correct response while without following the instruction, you can end up with failing. So now, the question number Roman A, you have been given a condition here. You have to give the meaning of the following terms as used in the biology. By using the concept of the biology, give the definition of the following terms. So, there are some students now, they can be asked to give the definition of the cell. They tend to give the definition of the cell that is found in the physics. While the condition here has been indicated by they using the concept or as they are using the biology. So, rely on the biological terms or on the biological concept. Also, the question number 5, Roman B, you are needed to draw a large diagram of an animal cell and label only two parts. Draw a well-labeled diagram, a large diagram of animal cell. After drawing it, please just label only two parts, not more than two. Just indicate what you have been asked. You have been asked two parts, please label only two parts. Fail to do so meaning that you fail to follow the instruction. So after that small hint now in order to answer this question has been derived from our lovely topic of the Form 1 known as the cell. The cell structure and organization is where this question has been derived. It is on our Form 1 topic, one of the very interesting topic. Also, this topic we have learned it since from our primary level. We talk on the bottom of the cell, organ system, animal and plant cell. It's one of the very familiar and common thing we know since our primary education. So, by starting with the first one, the cell. The cell, this is a basic structure this is a basic and functional structure of life. So meaning that no life, no cell, or no life, no living organism. So by this scenario, meaning that all living organisms are made up of cell. So the cell is a basic unit of life. This is what of the cell as used in the biology. When talk on the system, this is made up of the organ. These are made of the different organs which perform the same function. So now let us see them. By starting with the first one, the cell. The cell, this is a basic functional unit of the life. This is a basic functional unit of life. Meaning that all living organisms, either multicellular or unicellular, they are made up of cell. All any living organism, plants, animal, fungi, microorganisms, they are made up of cell. And that's why they are called a living organism. So cell is a basic unit of life. All living organisms are made up of cell as is stated in the cell theory. Kwa wale ambao mjifuatilia topic ya cell structure and organization, topic ya Form 1, welcome to our media. Search it, the cell structure and organization, biology Form 1. You can get all the contents related to this particular topic. Please careful, learn on it, listen to it, and so that you can increase your understanding. And the question, Roman 2, you are needed to define the term system. Once talk on the system now, the system, this is made up of organs that work together to perform a certain function. So the system, this is a combination of the different organs that tend or that work to perform a particular certain function. This is known as the system. Also, the last one is an organ. We see that the system is made up of organ. Now, what is an organ? The organ, this consists of different tissues that work together to perform certain function. So the organ, these are made out of the combination of the tissues. The tissue, my lovely from two students, the tissue, these are the organs, these are the structures or cells. Tissue is made up of the combination of the cells. These are the cells now, which either derived from the cell of the different origin or of the same origin, but they are specialized for performance of the same function. So the organ is being formed by the combination of these tissues, which has been specialized for performance of the same function. And example, there's liver, there's heart, these are the organs. When we talk on the system example, a digestive system, circulatory system, gaseous exchange, those are the example of the system. In the cell, we have the blood cell, platelets, and so forth. So the question number 5, Roman B, you are needed to draw a large diagram of an animal cell and label only 2 parts. Here myself I've been drawing it, lakini nimeweza kulabel only 4, nimeweza kulabel 4. Lakini swali letu nataka only label 2. So make sure kama una follow instructions. So now you can choose. Nimekupatia a wide variety of the organisms which are found within the animal cell. So lakini katika swali lako only label 2. Niweza kupatia so that you can choose. Either ulabel mitochondria pamoja na cytoplasm, hizi hapa zingine usilabel, au either ulabel nucleus na cell membrane, hizi zingine usilabel. It is up to you. Lakini only label 2 parts, not 4. So make sure kwamba una follow the instruction. Katika structure yetu hapa animal cell, here we have the mitochondria. Mitochondria, this is a pulse of the cell. It is where the respiration process takes place so as to generate the ATP, either the aerobic or anaerobic respiration, which all tend to provide the energy in form of ATP. Also, this is cytoplasm, a region where the cellular chemical reaction do take place. Also, it is where these organisms are suspended. The other one, this is a nucleus, it tends to contain this hereditary material, DNA or RNA, which are essential katika all process of hereditary. Vile nucleus nasaidia katika controlling of the protein synthesis, kama ribosomes zitakuwepo hazipo. Also, kuna cell membrane ambayo inasaidia katika enclosing of these organisms which are found within the cell. So, katika question, just wanted to show ni two parts. Either unaweza ukashow mitochondria pamoja na cell membrane, utakuwa uko sahihi. Au ushow cytoplasm pamoja na nucleus, hizi zingine usionyeshe, utakuwa uko sahihi. Naweza kupatia the 4 possibility so that you can choose only 2 from this. I hope that you understand. Another question is question number 4 for the year 2015. This question states that list the major group of living things, or list the major 5 groups of the living organism. The question number 4 for the year 2015 states that, Roman B, Figure 1 represents an organism which feed on dead organic matter. Study the diagram carefully, then answer the question that follow. Figure 1 represents an organism which feed on dead organic matter. Study the diagram carefully, then answer the question that follow. This is the diagram that you have been given in this figure 1. Please study it very carefully. After there, we can answer the question. In this diagram, we've been given the letter A here. Now study it carefully, then now you can answer the question. The question, Roman 1, states that, what is the name of organism in figure 1? What is the name of this organism which is found in figure 1? The question, Roman B, name the part labeled with the letter A, this one, letter A. Now to label the part labeled here. What does it present? Also, the question number 4, Roman 3, mention the phylum in which organism you namely in A belong. And the last one, outline 2 disadvantages of the kingdom fungi. Outline 2 disadvantages of the kingdom fungi. My lovely Form 2 students, before we answer our question, first of all, we have to be aware on where this question has been derived so that we can use those knowledge so as to answer the question. This question, Roman A, for the question number 4, it has been derived from that topic of the classification of the living things of the Form 1. This is the Form 1 topic. On that topic of the classification of the living things, this is for Roman A, where we can take a topic of classification of the living things. We see that there is a concept of classification, types of classification, tumeangalia the major groups of the living things is where this question has been derived. Leo tutaweza kuangalia the concept of binomial nomenclature katika topic yetu ya classification form 1. Kama hujafuatilia, please subscribe in our media, Educare Media, so that you can get a full package on this topic of the classification for form 1. And the question number 4, Roman B, has been derived from the topic of the form 2 classification again, in that kingdom fungi. Katika form 2 tumesoma kingdom wawili. Katika those major 5 groups ambao tunaenda kuzidiscuss hapa, we have 5 groups. Tuna kingdom Monera, tuna kingdom Protoctista, tuna kingdom fungi, plantae pamoja na mamalia. So katika form 1 tumesoma kingdom Monera pamoja na Protoctista katika topic yetu ya viruses, kingdom Monera na Protoctista. Alafu kingdom fungi na kingdom plantae tumesoma katika topic yetu ya classification ya form 2, na other subdivision ya kingdom plantae tumeweza kusoma topic yetu ya form 3 ambayo tunaangalia conifer pamoja na angiosperm. Alafu the last kingdom ambayo ni kingdom animalia tumtasoma mtakapokuwa form 4. Tumeifundisha hapa Educare Media classification of the living things ya kingdom animalia in details. Ipo in case kama unahitaji kuelewa, in case kama hujasoma, also you are mostly welcome. It is form 4 topic. There is full package ya classification from form 1 up to form 4. So the question Roman A katika hiyo classification for form 1, the second one katika classification for form 2. So I needed to have the concept and knowledge of the classification for both to level form 1 and for form 2. It's one of the interesting topic. Utaisoma mpaka hapo utakapofika even at the university, the classification. So usipuzie, keep it on mind. It's one of the very crucial and important. Natumia katika theory pamoja na katika practicals. So by starting with the first question, you need to just listing the major groups of the living things. My lovely form 2 students, as we have learned in our topic of the classification for form 1, we discussed that we have 5 major groups of the living things, and those groups are kingdom Monera, kingdom Protoctista, kingdom fungi, kingdom plantae, and the kingdom animalia. Those are the major 5 groups of the living organism or living things. The question Roman B here, you are given the figure 1. You are needed to study it carefully, then you to answer the question. Let's follow. The first question, you are needed to give the name of the organism that belong to this kingdom, to this figure 1. What is the name of organism in figure 1? My lovely form 2 students, these figures, kiangalia katika kingdom fungi ni structure ya rhizopus. Rhizopus tumeisoma au ni bread mold. So this is structure the bread mold. Alafu the Roman B, name the part labeled with the letter A. This letter A inaonyesha the rhizoid ambayo inasaidia katika anchoring na absorption of the nutrients. Because the member of the kingdom fungi tusema kwamba hawana true root, they do not have true root, leaf and stem. That's one of the characteristics of the kingdom fungi. So vile the question Roman 3 for this question number 4, mention the phyla in which organism you named in A1 inakuwa na belong. Hiyo anakuwa na belong, huyo anakuwa na belong kwa kingdom yupi, kwa phylum yupi? Rhizopus. And the last one, outline the two disadvantages of the kingdom fungi. Katika topic yetu tumeona kwamba fungi wanakuwa ni both, wanakuwa na positive advantage pia na kupa na negative. So these are the economic. Kwa katika ile economic importance ya fungi, now you are needed to give the disadvantage or the demerit of the fungi. Now let us answer the question. By starting with the first one, tumesema kwamba we have 5 major groups of the living organism. Ambapo the first one tuna kingdom Monera, example kuna bacteria. The second one tuna Protoctista, example kuna Plasmodium na Euglena species. These are the representative members. Just nizopatia example. Lakini swali lako either provide example inakuwa ni very crucial, very important, kwa sababu inaonyesha kwamba you are well understanding on depending on this question. So it's better kama unajua kitu, give an explanation. Just you are asked to explain, baada hapo utoe na mfano. Vile another question is kingdom fungi. For example kuna mushroom pamoja na yeast, ambapo mushroom ana belong katika phylum Basidiomycota, yeast katika Scormycota. Alafu nyingine ni plantae, example kuna maize, beans, banana plant. So these are the example. Kuna kingdom plantae ambapo hapa tunaenda kuangalia these flowering plant which are made up of true root, stem pamoja na leaf. These are the major characteristics. Also, the last kingdom is kingdom Animalia, example human being, dogs and rats. Mtaisoma in detail katika classification of the living things form 4 at Edukia Media ipo, so you are mostly welcome to follow it. So the question Romani B, you are needed to name what is the name of organism in figure 1. The figure 1, as you already see it. So that is the black breed mold or rhizopus. So the name of organism that is shown in the figure 1 is black bread mold or rhizopus. In the Romani B, you are needed to name to label the letter A. To label the letter A. Name the part labeled with the letter A. The letter A represents the rhizoid as one of the anchorage structure. And the Roman 3 mention the phylum in which the organism you named in A belong. The organism we named in A is Rhizopus, so it belongs in which phylum within the kingdom Fungi. So organism belongs to phylum Zygomycota. And the last question, you are needed to outline 2 disadvantages of the kingdom Fungi. Only 2 disadvantages. Remember, only 2. Unaweza kuelezea zingine hapa, Jesse unaweza kachagua utumie ipi. Lakini katika swali lako unapojibu, ukiambiwa 3 give 3, 1 give only 1, no addition. Inakuwa ni extra. So kama una provide 1 give example, unaweza ukaelezea ukatoa an example. Yes. Ikatosha. So usije ukaprovide ukaambia only 1 point ukaprovide tena kwa utapata marks extra. Ile itakuwa ni free marks na utakuwa umepoteza muda wako utakapoanza kuandika point ambazo hazipo na hazihitajiki. So the first ni kwamba parasitic fungi causes disease in plant and animal. Parasitic fungi tumeelezea, tumeyasoma katika, kwa mfano kama parasitic fungi tumeweza kuangalia kina this. Kuna baadhi ya mushroom ambao wanapelekea the destruction of the plants, kwa mfano kama timbers and animals. Vile fungi produce poison called mycotoxin which are very dangerous. Kwa mfano mushroom, kuna baadhi ya yoga ambazo haziliwi, meaning that they are toxic. Vile some fungi destroy food, example kuna bread mold. Kuna baadhi ya fungi wanaharibu vyakula, wanauzisha chakula, kwa mfano this bread mold. Vile some fungi attack the timber used in building houses and making furniture. And the last question, my lovely, from 2 students is question number 8 for the year 2015. The question stated that define the term food chain and food web are used in the biology. Please, once you see the question, you have to see the condition. You have to explain, to define this term depending or as used in the biology, not in chemistry or in physics. So you have to define the food term, the food chain and the food web as used in the biology. And the first one, the second one, construct a food chain by using the following organism: grasses, snake, grasshopper, and frog. And the last one, question number 8, Roman C, explain the significance of food chain and food web in the real life situation. Now, without consuming our time and wasting our time, now let us see solve our question. Before we saw the question, this question has been read from that topic of the balance of nature. For further information, for further understanding, please subscribe and search the topic of the balance of nature at our media of the Edukia Media so that you can get a package concerning the topic of the balance of nature. So once we talk on the food chain and food web, these are the feeding relationships which are found within the ecosystem. So when talk on the food chain, this means the sequence, chain ya kitu na kwamba vimejipanga kwenda. So these are the chain of material. So this is the sequence. So this is the feeding relationship that show the sequence of the nutrient flow from one organism to another, whereby one organism is a food of another organism. So this is the food chain. Whilst when talk on the food chain, food web, these are the feeding relationship which are formed by the interconnecting or combining of the variety of the food chain to form a web-like diagram or picture. Take an example, the web of the spider. So the food chain, this is diagrammatic representation which show the sequence of organisms through which the energy flow and each organism is the food of the next in the sequence. And the food web now, this refers to the network of the food chain that are interconnected at various trophic level. Trophic level, this is a position an organism occupy in the feeding relationship, either in the food chain or food web. So these are network of food chain that interconnected at various trophic levels to form many feeding connection among different organisms. So you see that in food chain, in food web, meaning that single organism have a variety of a food source, rather than katika food chain ambapo tunaona kwamba only single organism wanakuwa na only one food source. Lakini katika this food chain kuna kuwa interconnection, kwa one organism anakuwa anaweza akawa na either more than 2 food source. So the question number 8 Roman B, you are needed to construct a food chain by using the following organism. Utumie food chain. Katika food chain tunasema kwamba hapa ni sequence, sio kama katika food tunaona kwamba kuna interconnection of that food chain. Kwa hiyo hapa ni sequence, meaning that ipo katika series or linear feeding relationship. So umepewa hapo organism, utakiwa uchore the food chain. Umepewa kuna grass, kuna snake, kuna grasshopper, kuna frog. Kabla hujaanza kujibu, kwanza tujue organism ni watu gani. Tukianza na grasses. Grass ni autotroph. These are the green plants. So it is capable of manufacturing its own food. Kwa mpaka hapo ni producer. Snake huyu hapa ni reptile. Unajiuliza, snake anakula majani au anakula nyama? You know the answer. Huyu hapa ni carnivores. Second, grasshopper. Huyu ni panzi. Panzi anakula nyama au anakula majani? The last one ni frog. Chura anakula nyama au anakula majani? After knowing this, unaweza soka place. Naweza ukachora sasa. Grass huyu hapa ni autotroph. Kwa hiyo hapo ni producer. Grasshopper huyu hapa ni herbivores, anakula majani. Kwa hiyo hapa atamla, huyu hapa kwa hiyo ni primary consumer ambao ni herbivores. Snake huyu hapa ni carnivores. Huyu anakula nyama. Anamla frog. Na frog pia anakula pia majani. Chura anakula majani pia. Kwa hiyo mpaka hapo unakuwa tayari ushajua organism wako katika level gani. Now you can construct your food chain. Tukianza na the first one, kuna grasses. Katika grasses analiwa na grasshopper ambao ni herbivores. Herbivores analiwa na frog. Na vile vile grasshopper analiwa na frog analiwa na nyoka. Umemaliza your food chain. The last question is explain the significance of food chain and food web in the real life situation. Food chain na hii hapa feeding relationship katika ecosystem ni muhimu gani? Cha kwanza, the food chain and food web help in flow of energy from producer to consumer and from one trophic level to another, kwa sababu katika survival na vile vile kuweza kuensure the stability in an ecosystem. Nyingine ni kwamba it enables us to understand the importance of living organism that make up the food chain could lead to ecosystem imbalance. Kwa hiyo unaweza kujua umuhimu wa kila organism aliyo katika mazingira, umuhimu wa kila biotic component aliyo katika mazingira. Another food chain and food web show the flow of energy throughout the ecosystem. Also, understanding the effect of polluting the environment enables to avoid the control of environmental pollution so as to maintain the natural ecosystem. So that is all about the importance of the food web and the food chain in the ecosystem. My lovely Form 2 students, that marks the end of enjoyable session. Hope that you have understood. Please stay connected to Educare Media. Keep on subscribing, comment, and liking. Thank you for watching. Welcome for another coming session. Bye bye.